Yo, yo, yo. How's it going, y'all? Uh, it's me, Dino. I am your host. I am your guide, your leader through this crazy little episode of mine that I'm so excited to talk about and share with you guys. I'm walking again as it has it. Seems I'm always walking when I get together with y'all, but and yeah, it's like January 10th. I don't want to date this episode, but it's the 10th of January, and even though it's about I don't know 45 degrees outside, the sun is out. There's not a cloud in the sky, and I shit you not, you're my favorite turds. And Zoe and I just thought we would take this opportunity to move our body. We've the last few days here in Middle Tennessee have been just typical winter January, cloudy, rainy. We even had a few flurries last night while we were at dinner. It was made for a really nice view out the windows. But it's been an inside kind of week, beginning to the week, and so I didn't want to really get out and walk. I got 3 layers on, people. 3 layers. And, Zoe's got a couple at least. And I didn't really want to get out and walk. I wanted to stay inside and play video games. Why am I so addicted to video games? We'll talk about that. I don't want to get off subject, but man, if I could make a living out of playing video games, if I could figure out how to make a few dollars for every minute that I sit down or every hour that I sit down. Nowadays my game, I limit and look at me. I'm on a tangent. Can you see me floating on this tangent? I limit my game playing now to about 30 minutes a sesh. And if I'm lucky, I'll get a sesh a day. If not, I'm not bummed out about it. It means I had a busy day. But yeah, I love playing video games. Call of Duty is really all I play now. I used to play a lot of other driving games and first-person shooters. Anyways, let me jump off this tangent. All right, I'm back. So we decided we would get outside and take advantage of this beautiful afternoon. Sun is about a quarter of the way up in the sky. 1, 2, a third, and it's been its journey to nighttime. Of course, the moon is up on the other side already, somewhere. Maybe not. But we just had to get out and move our body and get that blood flowing, get our blood oxygenated, maybe catch a little vitamin D. I think the only part of my body that is catching vitamin D right now is going to be from my knuckles, my big knuckles to my fingertips, because I'm holding my phone in one hand and my dog leash in the other. And then a little bit above my glasses, they're what do you call it? They change with the sun. So right now they're sunglasses. My son calls them scout dad glasses. And yeah, a lot of scout dads. So hold on, I gotta pause for the cause. All right, I'm back, and I got it. Thanks though. Anyways, just talking about getting out, enjoying the day, getting some sunshine, getting the body moving, getting oxygenated, and taking care of ourselves, essentially. taking care of ourselves. You know, I know I get wrapped up in my day to day, and honestly, I could find something that could keep me inside all day long. Whether it's, oh my God, you know, painting. Let's just start with, and I'm not talking, what I've been enjoying most recently, watercolor painting. I'm talking about painting rooms, painting trim, uh, ceilings. Ugh. Uh, I didn't really throw up. I just made the noise. Sorry. Painting ceilings, uh, which I'm about to be doing here. Let's see, our drywall guys gonna be finished Friday. I'll probably be painting this weekend. Um, but there are so many things that can keep me inside, keep me uh, keep me occupied to the point that I'm laying down at night and I'm asking myself, did you drink water today? Now I know I drank coffee. I know I drank coffee because I have a couple cups to get my day started, and typically I wake up in the morning, grab a huge glass of water, drink that, and chase it with two mugs of coffee, and then I'm ready for yoga or whatever kind of workout we're doing to start our day. But I don't even know if I drank enough water for the day. That's how out of touch I am with myself. So uh, over the last, I don't know, few weeks or so, in my effort to put out informational content and just, I know you guys have probably heard this thousands of times over, but it helps for me personally to hear these things from other people, because then it kind of like, uh, I know that people care enough about me to say, hey, check out this cool information. I just learned this, and that's how cool information spreads. That's word of mouth. I think I heard, you know, three when I was young, three best forms of communication at the time were television, telephone, and telewoman. We'll hold for applause right here. And but no, communication, word of mouth, sharing, talking to people over coffee, with people over coffee, uh, sharing experiences and even, well, what I read. I love getting information from somebody who's excited to give it to me, and is implementing it into their own life, and are seeing changes. But there are so many forms of like ways that we can just kind of keep an eye on ourselves. We check in with yourself, so to speak, and and a lot of ways to maintain that level of self health. If you can't take care of yourself, and if you don't take care of yourself, who's going to care for the ones you love when you go down, when you get sick, when you have that you know diagnosis of having high blood pressure or diabetes or whatever. All that stuff can go undetected, and you just got to check in. You just got to, all right, put your little Zoe, it's crazy. Um, you got to check in with yourself, and I know life can get hectic and life can get fast, and before you know it, like I said, I do it many times. By the way, and then I go drink a big glass of water, and then I'm up all night long, which interrupts another very important form of self-care, sleep. But I'll talk about that in a second. Uh, yeah, I don't even know. Anyways, so of course we all know that, like I just mentioned, sleep is huge in our relationship with ourselves. And as I've gotten older, man, I can really relate to that. Uh, I don't know, this this hour change that we just recently experienced, the fallback, um, really rocked my world this year. I've been like ready to crawl into the covers at like 7:30, 8 o'clock, and I don't feel like I've ever really been that way before. It's unusual. I try not to fight it. I know if I go to sleep too early, hello, school bus. I know if I go to sleep too early, then I'll be up. My normal wake up time is 5:30 ish. And if I go to bed too early, that will be 3 or 4, and I can't do that. Uh, I will be a grump. So yeah, sleep is important. They say 7 to 8 hours a day, 9 if possible. Um, and if you're one to catch little naps during the day or have the opportunity to grab a nap, man, take that opportunity, take that chance, and charge those batteries. Nothing wrong with that. Uh, really though, folks, I know athletes train in such the same way that man, they're required to sleep a certain number of hours a day, and it's important to the body to recover, rebuild, uh, let those muscles rest, So sleep so important for optimal self health, self care, self love, and all we're trying to do. We're going this way, though. All we're trying to do is just to create and be a better person, a better version of ourselves. Um, so a balanced meal, a balanced diet. I just finished watching this show on Netflix called "You Are What You Eat," and it was a documentary about a test where they took two identical twins, sets of identical twins. You guys have probably seen it. Amazing documentary, but they took sets of identical twins and put one on good, buddy, thanks. Put one on a basically omnivore diet, meat, vegetables, basically everything, but did put them on a diet, restricted their caloric intake. I'm sorry, I'm walking. Intook, monitored their caloric intake, amongst other things. They did all kinds of tests before, put them on this diet for an established number of months. Of course, videoed, monitored everything. Um, and I forgot to mention, the other twin was on a plant-based diet. And it was very interesting to see these two basically identical people, which I know they're not. There are several differences, but it was funny to watch the changes that go on and take place in our bodies when we make the choice to eat more plant-based foods and slow down the meat consumption. And I'm aware of all the effects of methane gases and everything. So for me, it was just another source saying, Dino, and I'd say yes, and it said, you need to reel your shit in, and I say, yes, I do, because I'm not the bowl of cereal at midnight, uh, wake up in the morning, drink a Coke, and have a candy bar kind of guy. I do have a tooth. I do have a sweet tooth. But I'm conscious uh, about my health and about staying active, and I don't do it well, I can't say that. I do yoga every day, And every other day we do a weight training uh, regimen, 20 to 30 minutes of some strength building. But I know I need to do more. That's just, 30 minutes yoga, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, say an hour in the morning of, of exercise, cardio, and strength training. And that's it. I gotta say I need more for my aging body. Um, but yeah, I am consciously now uh, just trying to in the second half of my life, hopefully, make better decisions and choices with what I put inside my body. I'm not trying to reverse anything or really change anything. I just want to, uh, you know, be happier, be a little lighter, be a little healthier. Um, so yeah, I could definitely change a few things in my diet. Um, there's sleep. Let's see if we mentioned nutrition. Uh, um, for me, and I know um, in the program that I'm in, uh, meditation is very helpful and highly encouraged. And I hear a lot of people, lots of times saying, I can't still my mind long enough to sit and meditate. And I get it. I started this whole journey back when I had younger children, and the concept of taking even 5 minutes out of my day to try and sit still and focus on my breathing and and turn myself inward, not physically, spiritually, mentally. It was almost it was hard. Now I'm not gonna say impossible, because if I really wanted to make it happen, I could have. I just chose to be attentive to my children and let it go. But now that my kids are out of the house and moving around, doing their own thing, driving their own selves places, I got all this time, so why not? And hopefully, as I'm still trying to influence them by modeling, hopefully they'll see me striving to be a better person and working on myself by getting rest and meditation and eating well, going outside, get your hands dirty every once in a while. Uh, I know in the winter it's very hard. I've been doing it the past couple of days, trying to save my outdoor plants, uh, trimming them all back, putting them in small pots, bringing them in. They go into the garage first. Think I'm crazy? I put them in the garage for a couple of weeks just to kind of get them acclimated and move them in and out during the day. And then finally into the house, where it's definitely warmer than outside. But all that, those little things, that little taking care of those plants, trimming them back, I feel like Mr. Miyagi sometimes, but that relaxes me. And I'm able to, I talk to my little plants, I share with them what's been going on in my day, and it's a meditation. So don't think of meditating as being in the form of cross-legged on a pillow, incense burning, eyes closed, sitar music in the background. Meditation can be a walk uh, through through the woods. It can be a book. It can be uh, just a second to sit on the sofa and just relax for 5 minutes. If you want to journey further, close your eyes and focus on your breath. I've just recently within the last month or two, really focused on my breath being like the ocean, bringing good in, carrying, I won't say bad or negativity, but carrying the unnecessary out. It's flotsam and jetsam of my soul. Uh, I know it's two big words that I only remember from high school. Flotsam is either the coming in of stuff, and jetsam is the going out of stuff in the ocean, or flotsam is the going out and jetsam is the coming in. I think it's the other way, only because F is before J in the alphabet. Flotsam and jetsam, Google it. But yeah, when I do yoga, we do a we do a guided yoga session in the mornings with and have been working with our private instructor on YouTube, Yoga with Adriene, um, Austin, Texas girl, uh, great yoga instructor. But we've been working with her for at least 5 years, but for the last three, uh, daily, and it's life changing. It really is. There's a balance not only in your body but in your mind. There's a balance that comes with practicing yoga that I can't get anywhere else. And as I get older, I want to be able to still be able to squat down and pick up something off the floor, put my shoes and socks on. Car, white van, no windows. Creepy. I want to be able to throw a frisbee. I want to be able to jog if I want to. Right now, I don't want to. I could if I wanted to, but I don't want to right now. I want to be active in my old age. I've run my marathons, check them off my list. I would now only run to get cardio, and I wouldn't run for a long time because my knees are, one knee in particular is pretty messed up. It has its moments right now. I'm speaking into the universe, positive energy to my knee, and even though it's a little swollen, and my little, what do they call it, Baker's cyst is a little more swollen in the back than most days, it's pain-free. And I got to give credit to my Dr. Shea out here in uh, in Nashville, Tennessee, at the, what is that place called? The Dr. Glenn Shea is the gentleman's name. He's a chiropractor in Nashville, and he has a studio. It's called the Recovery Studio, I think it is. So when you Google it, it kind of takes you to music studios. But Dr. Glenn Shea or Dr. Shea Glenn, I'm sorry, I don't put them together well. I just call him Dr. Shea. So I think that's his last name, Dr. Glenn Shea. Recovery Studio, Nashville. Did some cold laser therapy on my knee about a year ago, and it's taken the pain away. So I'm very grateful for that. Again, another form of self-love. If something hurts, something's bothering you, talk to somebody about it. Don't let it go uncared for an amount of time that it turns into something major. It's my kids just got their cars, and it's like, listen, preventative maintenance. What does that mean? I'm doing little things to prevent a big thing. So before a big thing happens, I just do the little things. And if and when that happens, it isn't as severe. We got to talk to people. We got to share our emotions. We got to be in touch with our emotions. We got to eat properly. We got to get plenty of sleep. And sometimes it's been a big help for me. I've done it just about Not consistently, I can't say every day, but I've managed to develop a pretty healthy collection of journals. Just writing. First of all, I love the art of writing. I love writing in cursive, and we all know that that's not going to be around anymore. Our schools aren't teaching it. Our kids, my oldest, 25, his cursive signature looks like a fourth grader. Sorry, baby. If you hear this, it's not your fault. Now, I love writing. I love manuscript. I love calligraphy. I love all that creative kind of writing stuff. So that's why I enjoy journaling. I really want, I envision people finding my journals in 70, 80, 90, 100 years and seeing, and because of it, I got to say my handwriting is pretty, pretty ladylike. it, it has a very nice flair. I got good handwriting. What can I say, people? I got good handwriting. But they're gonna find my journals, and now they're just gonna be like, "Oh my God, look at this guy's handwriting. He wrote like Thomas Jefferson or John Hancock. That writing and that uh, cursive is just perfect." But anyways, journaling. Hold up, Zoe. We've made it back on the loop from our little walk here. Like clipping her harness to let her run free. Uh, Journaling is a huge form of self-care, self-awareness, self-love. You don't have to, do your journal. It isn't that anymore. It's really just flow. You know, sit down with a pen and paper and take what's in your brain and let it come through your heart into your writing hand, whether it be left or right. Mine's left, and let it just flow. No grammar, no punctuation, nothing. And what up? All right, on your wheels. That's my boy G, my boy D. You'll learn more about him later. Uh, but yeah, just get it out and everything, inadequacies, uh, uh, accomplishments, um, frustrations. I mean, bottom line is, who cares who reads it? Now, if you're going to be saying things, if you got stuff to air off your chest and you're going to be saying really hard hard words about people that you don't want to see, well then maybe that you keep that book hidden a little better. But for what I'm talking about, for self care and self love and awareness, uh, I'm sorry, I'm just taking off my layers. Um, that kind of journaling, oh my gosh, is more or less about just taking it off your shoulders, putting it down on paper. Now, I'm not a big list writer. I'm not a big list former. I never did like to write lists. To me, it's a where am I? To me, a list is a finger over my head saying, now you have to do these things. Don't forget to do these things. It's not a reminder, a kind reminder. But I've learned in the evenings, if I uh, as I'm lying in my bed and fighting the urge to pick up my phone, I've learned that if I have a little notebook beside me and I can come up with three things for me to list for me to get accomplished in the morning, assuming that I wake up, um, then if I, that already gives me some intention. When I wake up in the morning, it's like, okay, I got these three things I need to accomplish. And it's not a race. I don't it's already been determined that that's what I want to do. I'm going to get those done today. It clears up that question of what I do now whenever I'm feeling tempted to sit down and pick up the Xbox controller. I look at my list and, oh, wait, let me just go knock these things out. And really, people, when I focus on something and I get to it and work at it, it doesn't take me but an hour or so to get these things done. I'm not like, unless it is painting or doing something, a bigger project. But those three little items definitely make me feel more accomplished at the end of the day, knowing I checked those off of my list than trying to figure out what did I do today? You know, what did I do today? Okay, what did I accomplish? Did I finish anything? Did I get anything done? So, use that little list, make lists to help you stay focused on some of the things that you want to get done. Um, and just try to listen to yourself. Uh, we're not here forever. Spoiler alert. And so why wouldn't we want to just take care of this vessel that our soul is traveling around in? Um, if you want to go further, and sometimes like it helps to serve. You can get connected with a church or a volunteer group and donate some time. I heard the other day that the most valuable thing you can give anybody is your undivided attention. And isn't that the truth? Especially in today's world. So, get with your local Grace Works here in Tennessee. It's Grace Works. There's food banks everywhere that we occasionally get connected with and go give a couple hours of our time. Um, what I've also been trying to do more frequently is get together with a friend. You know, see a lot of ladies doing it. You want to have coffee? Let's go have coffee. Well, and my gal does it all the time. Hey, me and the girls are gonna go eat dinner and have coffee or have wine or whatever. We're gonna go to the fire it up and make clay pots and they get together. They build these relationships. They build their friendships, as opposed to dudes. What do we do? Maybe on sporting event weekends, we get together, we ask each other how we're doing. Oh, I'm good, man. How about you? I'm good. Great. Bro hug, I'm out. We're all going through something, guys and gals. And we're all sincerely, I mean, I can speak for myself and my circle of friends that we're all sincerely concerned about the well being of our friends, our circle of friends, and their families. And and so by building the relationships and for me personally by I've had two meetings this week with friends. I had a coffee appointment yesterday with a great friend of mine, and I had a coffee appointment this morning with another great friend of mine. You're going to meet them both eventually. Um, but from there, I took, I don't know that they could or did, but I took away things. I took away things that I'm implementing into my everyday life, and we had questions and conversations on topics now that are like right at the forefront of my brain, and I'm really trying to be mindful and think about these topics and how they mean so much to my friends. What am I missing out on? Why am I not the FOMO? What's the FOMO here? I gotta find out what the FOMO is. So spend more time with friends. It's important to make time, on a regular basis to meet up with people in your life and that make you happy and fulfill your cup. Fill your cup. Make you feel fulfilled. And if your name is Phil, you know what I'm talking about. Um, you know, maybe a little form of another little quick form of self-care might be just getting in touch with your finances, seeing what's going on in your financial self, spending a few minutes every week to just kind of see, um, where am I going, what are my goals, how can I stay on track, am I on track? And sometimes that clarity can bring a whole lot of peace and eliminate a lot of stress. Have those conversations with your spouse. Don't make money a mine and yours thing, especially if you're married. Come on. I don't know. I don't know what the situation is, but that just seems kind of counterintuitive to the whole concept of marriage. But email me, send me your argument. Don't argue with me. I don't want to argue with anybody. I just want to hear your point of view. Uh, better than we found it pod at gmail.com. Send me your email. Let's talk about it. Um, you know, if you only have 5 minutes a day to devote to a self-care ritual or activity, start there. 5 minutes is a good start. It's five more than zero. So, the key is to check in with yourself every day. Every day. Morning, gratitude. Afternoon, how am I feeling? Nighttime, before bed, maybe a little inventory of how you felt throughout the day. Um, but if you don't love yourself, you can't love other people. If you don't take care of yourself, you won't be able to take care of other people. Um, so yeah, I'm learning. I'm learning the importance of self-care. I'm learning ways to uh, better my attention towards my self-care and being and having or how should I say, uh, self-care isn't being selfish. In fact, I think it's the opposite. You're making taking care of yourself to be the best version of yourself, to be able to be around for your family and loved ones and friends, and to encourage people to do the same. So that's what I'm trying to do in my day. That's what I'm trying to do uh, as I walk upon this earth and encounter people. I want to leave a positive influence and a positive mark on this world by encouraging the people that I meet to to be the best version of themselves that they can. I have some really interesting conversations coming up in the next few episodes. I hope you guys will come back and listen. Um, let's see. Better Than We Found It Pod on Instagram. You can email me at betterthanwefounditpod@gmail.com. Uh, subscribe to my podcast. Tune in as we get closer to hitting the road. I will be connecting with you listeners out there to make some time to meet up with some of the heroes and unsung community givers in your area that you know of. Maybe he just calls bingo numbers on Saturday night, but he don't have to, but he wants to. Something like that. So as we get closer to getting on the road, I look forward to meeting up with some of you and talking to some of your friends and family, or whoever it is that you feel is leaving this place better than we found it. And and let's just share some stories of kindness, compassion, love for our fellow brother and sister. We're all in this together. Y'all have a blessed week, and we'll talk to you soon. This is Dino. I'm out. Peace.